Hey dudes, dudettes, and everybody in between, welcome to my channel where my goal is to help 1,000 people manage $10,000. This is not financial advice, it's just my opinions, and I hope they help you in your trading process. Okay, so I'm going to go over my watch list again. I said last week I'm going to try and do this every week, so here we are. It's my watch list. I have two positions open at the moment, just for full disclosure. They are AUD and China. Okay, let's see. Let's start with the Euro Aussie because it's my largest position and I'm down quite a bit. Okay, what we have is we had a test of the high, so we haven't moved much since last week, which is about here. So we went up and I thought, oh, my thesis is going to fail. But again, because I knew that there is this very strong support line kind of here, as you can see if you go out into a larger time frame, I kind of was hoping this was going to hold. And for the most part it did. So I'm going to expect this to come down at least to somewhere around here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to average down into a position, but I am waiting for this to give me an indication that the coast is clear. I had a positive entry, so I wait for 3 candles below this and it cannot touch this exponential moving average. The reason why I use this is just slowing momentum, and I also use the mark. The mark is a bit more complicated. I would definitely recommend using it, and the mark has not given me anything in terms of the topping potential, but it has given me a positive right here, so entry right here, buy entry, which is not a good sign for me. But having said that, I do believe momentum is slowing for this currency for 2 reasons. The Euro index is slowing. It's kind of topped out around here. It's not really moved much. It's just kind of heading in this range. I believe it's time for a correction. As you can see, this rally all the way up. Italian elections are still a mess. I don't think it's been cleared up yet. I do not believe in the Euro growth story, and I do believe that it's a lot of people are very long the Euro right now, and I don't believe that's gonna hold true for very long. So in terms of the Aussie dollar, it has suffered a lot. Look at that. So since 2018, it's kind of come up and all the way back down. I believe since I believe in the China story, I believe that the Aussie is likely a beneficiary of it, so it's probably going to hit higher. Having said that, this is tied to the US dollar, which has also taken a beating. You can see here. So my thesis right now, when I look at the Aussie US, when I look at the Euro UD, is really to look at, number one, the Euro weakness. I'm expecting Euro weakness. Second thing, I'm looking at commodity prices. So hot coil steel is fine, so we can use this. You can see steel has really made a large run higher, but the Australian economy is yet to benefit from it because it tends to be a little bit of a laggard. You can see this benefit only kind of happened in 2018 itself. So I'm expecting this benefit to come into their GDP numbers very soon, and this is likely to benefit this Aussie dollar story. So again, I like Aussie US dollar. I mean, I like this Euro Aussie trade, and I still think it's gonna do well. So again, I'm gonna average down when I get confirmation, and I'm probably gonna see whether I can take some profits here and maybe target a little bit more here. Okay, that's it for this. Second one is the Chinese yuan. Chinese stock index. Okay, eToro tends to gap down. Tends to gap a lot because the futures contract closes and then there's aftermarket trading. So right now it's showing me that I'm making a little bit of money here, but when I look at the futures contract, I'm actually should be at a loss of about $100-$200. So I'm not expecting this to hold. Tomorrow morning when I wake up, I expect to be down $100+. If momentum is strong to the upside, I'm going to keep this position open, but if it continues to go down, I'll probably take a loss of about $200 or so. Reason being is I've been listening to a lot of commentary, especially on the SPX and the NASDAQ, and I don't think that this is quite the bottom yet. From everything I've heard, that they are expecting this to go lower, and there are reasons for it. I also believe that to be true because this has not quite tested the lows yet. Even the NASDAQ hasn't quite tested the lows yet. The Dow, DJI has kind of tested the lows, but that's the only one. And honestly, if you look at the constituents of these indexes, Tesla is probably in there, and Walmart is probably in there. So Walmart announced acquisition, and Tesla announced a recall of the Model S, which is probably going to affect these prices. Maybe not the Dow Jones Industrial, but definitely the NASDAQ and the SPX. So it's going to affect these, and I believe it's going to be negative. I don't think this is the rally we are hoping for. I believe by the mid of this year, we will see back highs, and then towards the end of the year, we'll come back down. But right now, this I'm not too confident of it. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so that's that. Okay, for US dollar and USDCHF, I kind of covered it just now. I just had an interview on Real Vision, and I do believe in the argument that the dollar is heading higher. I believe the dollar is heading much higher. It should give me some leeway, but I believe the CAD one is kind of gone. The housing market idea is not holding true. I believe the housing market is still going to continue to support this economy, at least for the time being, and so I don't think my timing is right yet. I'll revisit this as we go on, but right now I don't think the timing's there yet. For the dollar CHF, this is a good play because I get it's a positive carry, meaning that you can buy this and you get a refund from eToro for the interest rates. It's run a little bit of its course, but I do believe we're heading back to par, so I do believe we're heading back to somewhere around here. So what do I need for this to give me this? I need to see the CFTC. I need that to be less of a short position on the commitment of traders reports. I can't show you the full stats here. I actually tried to find it just now, but I can't find it anymore. I have no idea why. I really have no idea why. Yeah, I'll look for it and maybe I'll get back to you guys next week. But right now, I know that the US dollar is net short. A lot of people think that the US dollar is not going to do well for an extended period of time. I don't believe that's true. The euro has been doing very well as a result, but I also do not believe that to be true. That's why I'm short the euro and long the Aussie here. Okay, so in terms of UniCredit, it really hasn't moved much. It is just in this range. So last week we were kind of here, and now we're just this. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a small order here and see if that gets filled. And if that gets filled, I'll just hold on to it. It might hit 18 and then I'll just take profit, a little bit of profit there. I'm hoping to maybe place another order at 15.50 and see how we go. Just day trade this a little bit because it's really not doing anything. Again, I'm expecting upside, so I wouldn't short this position, but I'll definitely go long. Yeah, we'll just put a small position here and see what happens. Okay, and then the other one that I have is XRP. Okay, XRP today kind of had a huge movement, yeah. It moved down 8% and then now it's kind of recovered a little bit. So it had this move down. So this is when eToro kind of alerted us and said, oh, XRP is down 8% from the open, which is about 40 cents, which is a lot. And then now we have this buying pressure. So the question is, why do we have this buying pressure? And I'm looking at the volumes, and volumes today aren't very high, which is kind of expected. Expect volumes to be heavier on the weekdays, and this is true for XRP. So to me, this is really more the retail investors trying to get out. I wouldn't say there's much institutional money here, and looking at these, looking at this, I am not convinced of the. I can't change this to XRP. I have no idea why. I'm having troubles today. But yeah, it kind of looks the same. There's very low volumes here. You look at these volumes, actually quite low. Look at the order book. It's really very low. So for those of you that don't know how to look at order book, I recommend you look at the YouTube videos on futures trading. So it teaches you how to look at order books. It's kind of important when you look at cryptocurrencies because it is so driven by retail investors. So looking at this helps you understand the behavior a bit better. Yeah, okay, so I'm not gonna go into that here, but maybe I'll do it in another video. So, okay, so that's all I have for this week. I'm hoping that this position is going to come back a little bit more positive in my favor. Tomorrow morning we'll see what happens when I wake up and see this China 50. So I'll wake up about 6-7 hours and see what happens here. Okay, so I just want to touch on Bitcoin a little bit because the XRP is kind of tied to Bitcoin. So we have this descending triangle here. I don't pay too much attention to this because technical analysis will tell you that this is likely to head higher. Probability for it to head higher is much better than it heading lower, and the reason for that is this kind of technical analysis is used a lot on stocks and shares and stuff like that, and they tend to head in one direction. When you look at the currency market, which heads generally in two directions, it doesn't hold as well. So I don't pay too much attention to the technical analysis because I have different valuation methods for cryptocurrencies. I actually value Bitcoin around 3,000 to be very honest with you guys. I don't see much use case for it. But then again, you look at gold and I don't have much use case for that either, but it is where it is. So Bitcoin is something I don't like to trade. XRP is something I like to trade because I have use case and I have a way to model into my valuations. The other one I like is XLM. I believe this will be the new fundraising marketplace. We are 20 cents now, so lost quite a bit of value from the high. But this I also believe is something that we can go long at some point in time. I'm still working on the valuation model for this. I haven't quite figured it out, and it's a bit hard because of so much noise in the data. Yeah, so that's all I have for this week. I hope to do this again every week, and I have a few videos coming up, so look forward to that. Do me a favor and subscribe. Also, just to remember, this is not trading advice, it's just my personal opinions. Thanks, guys. So I hope you liked that video. Do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe, or watch a video recommended by YouTube here, or watch one of my videos here. Thanks.